trying to go live. Just so my phone can charge up. But I'm down. I'll get some time. It's like it's the AI stuff. I want my goddamn soda. Well, yeah, I got a soda and I got a cherry pie. I meant to get apple pie because Castle Lane, remember? Yeah, so Mick Jagger and them gotta be from Castle Lane. Yeah, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, the Dunce. If you might remember a story in the back of your mind of Dunce, somebody he was gullible and he was ornery. He had a good heart though. And somebody like trapped him, like got him to go to hell for him or something like that. Yeah, that might be the story where the guy, his brother, he goes into a solitary confinement and trusts his brother to come back. I know that my brothers would come back if I did it, or vice versa. But Esau and Cain were born in my family this time. They're not my brothers, but you may have some seeds of Satan in your family. And yeah, Cain and Esau, they're both test tube babies. Yeah, but they can be reborn after they die their first life. Because the spiritual essence, it remains, and then it influences, and then they're born again. So here I'm making some gold and white platinum. These are white gold chips here from this sheet, and platinum chips. Yeah, I'm on space too. It's the kingdom of heaven I bring down. It's in the Bible. I don't need electronics. Yeah, but I am live this time for certain people who don't do that stuff. Right? That's fine. It's completely fine. These are good too. I left all my goods at my tent. I'm a 5-star General Blood. I have people that watch my tent, and they know I'm God, and they can't interfere with stuff I got to do. So that's what that's about. Oh yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk. That's right. I got some. I found that coming out of August. That's about all I got this time. Oh yeah, Deer Park and Sleepy Hollow. As y'all see, the Bel Air is expanding. It's opening up. Over there by that's a Deer Park pond and stuff like that. Over there by the Seasons Apartments. Yeah. Over there, you see that behind. You see how it's opening up. It's opening up, like it's clearing up. You can see Home Depot from where Target is at through those woods. Yeah, you can like see straight through there. And the Meadowland. Now let me show you what I can do. It's like I Love Lucy. Look at that big transhumanism truck. Castle Land, like where Mick Jagger's from. Is it? I got another rhythm in my mind now. Diamond Alley. Castle Land. Dutch is another one. Castle Land, Dutch, Meadowland, Sleepy Hollow, and Deer Park. It was a continent region. Our continent region is Antarctica, Africa, here, Europe. Right. Well, yeah. So the world map only displays about 3 or 5%. Like my brother Josh told me a long time ago. It seems like it was like I think he was like in the 8th grade. So he learned that from Aberdeen High. And then he went to Magnolia. And I went to Riverside Elementary after that. And, they taught that stuff. And, yeah, Spain is a continent. It's like a country here in Europe. It's a country in Europe or something like that. But it is also a continent. Yeah, it is a light-skinned nigga with blue eyes, with dreads. He used to talk. Somebody killed him in Spain because he was like talking, like he used to just want to talk to groups of children by himself, but never while they were with their parents. Somebody killed him. Yeah, it's just that's a key indicator. For Spain, you don't speak Spanish. You speak Espanol if you are Latino descent. And Spain, if you're from Spain, then you are Spanish. It doesn't pertain to your skin color. Anybody from Deer Park, they're from Deer Park, for example. Right. Race doesn't define colors. It's usually the homeland you're from. In Cloverland, you're all leprechauns. That's just what the race of people are called, if you had to break it down. So they do a lot of divide and conquer. United we stand, divided we fall. I, I took the guy's witchcraft down. It was a Deer Park can. Y'all remember that? But we don't have bottles of water from Deer Park in a can. We don't have that. And it was the dude's witchcraft. And when I put it up yesterday, he was like, pick that trash up. Pick it up. Angry black man. I'm like, yo, you are trying the wrong person. This is Harford County, yo. We don't get down like that. We got some bad guys here. Basically what I'm saying is it's about divide and conquer. Don't let that shit fool you. Don't let that shit fool you. George Washington is from Cloverland, by the way. But Abraham Lincoln, he's Homo sapien. Yeah, he's black. Yeah, Jay-Z is English. Right, so now you know. Well, they know that. They're like test tube babies and stuff. Remember? Well, this is Lucky Gold right here. Yeah, our language is called Abenaki. Abenaki it's really Latin. It's Latin, but it's spelled a certain kind of way. We live in America. Poland is in America because it's a metropolitan land. A Mexico is a Latino-based metropolitan. A Mexico is a Latino-based metropolitan. So a Mexico, right? If you are a Homo sapien or whatever, with a Caucasian from Mexico, then you are Mexican. It's not about your race there. If Selena Gomez is from here, then she's American. Well, think about it. Yeah, this is Poland. We had a pole shift recently, so that's why the continent regions is open up. So below this altitude, this continent was pole, and our country was Poland, and Canada was North Pole. Now we've raised up one more. This continent is now in Poland. And this is the country, North Pole. Santa Claus, glass bottles, Coca-Cola. Yep, that North Pole. And Canada is that white and red leaf Canada up there. Canada, North Pole. Right. Well, they don't teach the altitudes and stuff like that of the map, I'm sure. I could only imagine what they're teaching now. Any accessible information on the internet is probably what they taught you. The live, right? So that's like probably relevant too. So yeah, I'm making these this gold, platinum, and white gold, silver chips for my cigarette, tobacco, or in weed, or what have you. I wait for my phone to charge up. That's why I wasn't really trying to go live. Yeah, these were a pack of cigarettes. They're Fisher Sweet cigarettes. I'm sure they were expensive, and they were from Business Capital. And that's where I got this white gold sheet from. This one's platinum. And I do have silver, but I might make some silver ones too. Yesterday when I was when the cops approached me while we was doing the live, I'm glad I was on live that time. They don't want me to finish or converge. Here's that. It's like mayonnaise color or something. Yeah, it's off-white, what they would call it. But it's a yellow tinge to it. And we call white people are not technically white. That's a clown. That's white, or the crayon says white, and then French it says negro, don't it? Right. Well, what color are they? Liberty. It's called Liberty, and there's a shade of it's a brown tinge in it. Yeah, so they're even brown as well. That's why man is almond color, ALMOND, and yeah, that's translated as all men. All men. Divide and conquer stuff. Right. If you don't know who to vote for out of me and Trump, you're not blind. I heard Joe Biden say that. No, he didn't say that. Well, Joe Biden's a test tube baby, and that's Obama's man. Man, they're test. Obama's a test tube baby too. And technically, Donald Trump is actually concerned, or at least gives a fuck about his results while he's in there. And there's people who say, well, I didn't even like Trump, but I voted for him. Right. Because we knew, it's Obama and them campaign. You're like, you're the difference between when Bill Clinton is the president and then George Bush comes, and then there's 9/11, etc. Yeah, we're fixing it up. We're on it now. We're gonna keep Kamala Harris as the vice president. She does great. And that was leading his that was influencing Joe to be like that. And we were just watching Tales from the Hood, man. That's Castleland Republic. Republic means dead, guys. You've seen the guys down at the Inner Harbor recruiting for the Navy. They're glowing like Super Saiyans there. And they're like all deceased too. And if you look at the recruitment agency building, it says corpsmen. Yeah, corpsmen. CORPSEMEN. And if you are an individual corpsman, then yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, well, no, there's some really wicked stuff going on, and people need to know. Unfortunately, ignorance is bliss. Yeah, that means you take pride in you take shelter in under which you don't know can't hurt you. Okay, but if you don't know you have pneumonia, then it can. The main thing we have to do is break it down like this. No real alpha male would ever desire no men, period. Because unfortunately, you got them faggots, they doing our women's makeup and shit sometimes. Right? And they talk and they whatever. And they're jealous of women. Thank you. They don't need to be, you need to keep them away from you. And please, no AIDS patients in the twerk videos. Right? But I never watched those when a nigga with a do-rag on in there. Right? Yuck. Right. Let's get rid of the AIDS patients. How sane are you mentally, or how mentally stable are you as a man, quote unquote, a male specimen type 1? That's all we can really call them, because there's not one female you want to have sex with. You don't like no bitches at all. Put them in a psych ward. Alright. So we like lesbian femmes. It just says don't dress as women, and that's why we like lesbian femmes. Yeah, you don't need to dress like no goddamn man. Please. Alright. So yeah, everything's all good. We're finally getting it together and stuff like that. Yeah, get them out the workforces, man. Remember, I got put out of the Elkton Library because a faggot didn't like what I was saying about gay men. They're all going to Lake of Fire, and all they do is create AIDS. That's the movie Philadelphia all over again. And well, we wish we could just let them have their lifestyle, but they're out in public and they want to look at your son and stuff like that. You can't have that shit. I guess you would never want to believe it. They just so what they happen to want to adopt. They want to adopt little boys. Isn't that? Oh well, I stopped that one. Oh yeah, because remember, Save It Private Ryan. That's where all the alpha males are going. Save It Private Ryan is a dummy mission. That's a dummy mission. I learned that from Blood and Crip stuff. Yeah, that's called a dummy mission. Unfortunately, you wouldn't expect that from someone, but ignorance is bliss, right? Right, but sometimes the woman is the one who can ignore something vital like that. Us as men, we need to know. Just what planet are you living on? Yeah, that movie Rose Red. Yeah. Just what planet are you living on? She told that man he ain't have no right. Yeah, so we're us alpha males, we have certain kind of prides, and we wield a certain negative energy, right? When you're created in the image of God, just if you're infinite as well, if you're just a percentage of God, you're infinite. And well, there's people that do things, and we need to watch negative energy fields. Yeah, that's a common saying on another continent. You got negative energy fields with your name all over it, and you don't want to move around like that, or do you? So watch out who you hang out with as well, because you never know what they're doing. And I'm telling you, if you know somebody that doesn't believe in Jesus, or they're a Satanist, you might not want to interact with them no more, because what's their mental stability at that point? And well, there was a lady who got hemmed up in something. I saved her today, in real time this time. I had to complete it in real time. And yeah, she gives her son money, and he's blasphemes Jesus. She don't like that part, but she didn't think about the money. But whose name is on it? God in Genesis 1's name is on it. And well, as far as that nigga Vegeta, cryptocurrency. Look, we lost our penny now. Damn. So yeah, don't convert your USD into crypto. That's like I said, crack cocaine is made from cocaine and other stuff. Filler. Your money is literally USD is literally the cocaine. Then Venezuela's cash, useless. India's having a bad problem with cash, useless. So yeah, just to throw that out there. That is the one world currency it talks about in the Bible. This song's from the first time on. It used to be played all the time on the radio. So yeah, y'all keep watching me on SpaceTube. I'll drop you some info, and yes, man. Yes, man. I will. Yeah, people on Deer Park are really nice. 7th Heaven compliment. Like I said, you do have cute girlfriend and stuff like that. And, as much as you don't think about, that's when you underestimate what they'll do. Right? That's some faggot shit. They're very dishonorable. Death before dishonor, but pride before you die. Because they're gonna try to do stuff on the name of your honor. Thank you. Pride before you die. Always remember that. All right. I love y'all. I'll be talking to you soon. And my stomach's getting a little crazy here. I'm gonna test you, babies. I will be here for a little bit, and at least in the area. Maybe not sitting right here. Test tube babies, they might come sit by me or something like that, and I gotta get away from them. You send out these little cries, the impulse. You keep feeling like, what the fuck is that? Little earthy vibe. It's a test tube baby. I'm sorry. Yeah. They're called hybrids, and they're from Bismarck. John Madden's from Bismarck. Alrighty. Remember, they said you can greet and say hi to your local Lamont. Oh well, we know Lamont. He was at the Park Heights, the Garrison House. You can say hi to your local Lamonts. So they were mass producing Lamonts. Yeah, Lamont's by remember Arnold. I think he's a standard model.